Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Everybody, welcome right back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the NCAA. A lot of stuff happened in the NCAA. It's going to be fun and everything like that. Uh, Going into it, man, it's going to be crazy, right? It's going to be some crazy stuff. But before we get into that, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah Austin, and welcome to the IDA Kings Video Production channel. Okay, if you like the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the videos, please hit the like button on all the videos. And if you want to know when I post and upload a new video, hit the bell notification. Okay, hit that bell notification. The last few days have been really, really crazy. Okay, Wednesday, all week really. Okay, in the championship first round, Bellarmine beat Jacksonville, right? FGCU beat North Alabama, right? These are in the first rounds of the ASUN Championship Conference tourney. Stephenson ended up beating Eastern Kentucky 92-76. And that's Sun Belt, too, for second round. James Madison beat Louisiana. Okay. A few of them were blowouts. Craig beat Butler. They beat Butler. LaSalle beat Fordham. Indiana ended up getting a big win on Wednesday against Minnesota. And then Arkansas, ranked 20th in the country, ended up getting a big win against Texas by 20. Miami beat SMU. Real big win for them. Okay, real big win for them. Okay. Another game in a conference tourney, the OVC first round, East Illinois beat SIUE in OT. That was a heck of a game, man. In overtime, got to overtime, and they ended up pulling away. Stonehill versus Lemoyne. Stonehill ended up winning 81-71 in the Northeast Conference tournament. The FDU in the North Conference tournament ended up losing to Mercyhurst. Also in the North Conference tournament, Wagner ended up beating Connecticut, Connecticut. And then Chicago State lost to Long Island in the North Conference tournament. And in the Horizon League Championship first round, North Kentucky beat Oakland by 1 point. That was a real close game in that final. Detroit Mercy in the Horizon League first round ended up beating Milwaukee. Robert Morrison beat Youngstown in the Horizon League first round. And Rice State beat Cleveland State in the Horizon League first round. There was a lot of blowouts in those last three games right there. George Washington beat St. Bonaventure 91-82. The Quiznos and Rhode Island ended up winning. Rhode Island ended up beating against the Quiznos 64-52. Big time game. And then St. Joseph's beat Davidson 70-67. Okay. California ended up beating Georgia Tech. Marquette ended up beating Providence. Big wins for those teams right there. In the Big South Championship first round, Gardner Webb beat SC Upstate. This was all on Wednesday, and then North Florida lost to West Georgia in the ASUN Championship first round. Ohio State got a big win against Penn State. Got a big blowout win, 94-62 on the road. Beat them down bad. St. Louis ended up blowing out Loyola Chicago. In the Championship Summit League first round, Oral Roberts beat Kansas City. Okay, North Texas beat Rice. That was a real close game right there. Wisconsin needed this win against Maryland. Blew them out 78-45. Okay, Purdue was in a close game with Northwestern. That was a tight game. They put them through the ringer, but Purdue ended up getting that win big time. Okay, after losing to Ohio State, needed that win. Old Dominion lost to GA Southern 88-84 in the Sun Belt Championship tourney, second round. Florida State was real close with Pitt. Houston blew out Baylor, too, by the way. USC lost to Washington. Colorado State ended up beating New Mexico. That was a big win for Colorado State. New Mexico, that's a big loss for them because I think they were on the bubble, too. They're still on there. They got to be careful losing games like that. Stanford beat Notre Dame. Little Rock ended up losing to Lindenwood in the first round OVC tourney. Okay. Like I said, Houston beat Baylor. Thursday and Friday was really, really nuts. Really, really nuts. South Florida ended up beating Memphis. Okay. And then in the Summit League Championship quarterfinal, St. Thomas ended up beating South Dakota State. Okay. And then SC Missouri ended up beating Lindenwood. Okay. In the OVC quarterfinal. Okay. And then in the MVC first round tourney, okay, Northern Iowa beat Evansville. Okay. They beat Evansville. That was a heck of a game. Real good game. Real competitive game. real fun game. San Diego ended up beating LMU in the West Coast Conference tourney. Okay, first round. I was in the first round game, and then Hawaii ended up beating UC Riverside. They having a great year. Hawaii is doing real good stuff. But Friday was where it got a little wild. It got a little crazy, right? High Point ended up beating Gardner Webb, and Bellarmine ended up beating Arkansas. All right, as well. So in the Big South quarterfinal, like I said, High Point ended up beating Gardner Webb. Okay, they blew them out, 81-59, beat down of beatdown. Okay, and Central Arkansas ended up winning their quarterfinal game in the ASUN championship game, like I just said. Now here's where it gets real crazy. In the quarterfinal, okay, MVC quarterfinal, Belmont lost to Drake 100-79. Drake was 13-19. Okay, beat Belmont, who was having a fantastic year, about 26-5 or something like that. Beat Belmont 100-79. I mean, that's a big butt whooping. They most likely will not make the tournament. Most likely will not make the tournament after that. I'm just being real with you. Okay, Northeastern ended up beating NC A&T in the first round of the CAA conference championship tourney, and then Big South championship quarterfinal tourney. Winthrop ended up beating Charleston Southern. Okay, and then FGCU is doing some great things in the ASUN tourney. In the quarterfinal, they won against Lipscomb. In the MVC tourney, okay, Murray State lost to UIC. Okay, there's some big upsets up here today on this Friday, okay? And then the Citadel, Chattanooga, okay, SoCon Championship first round. Okay, the Citadel beat Chattanooga, man, 88-85. Okay, 88-85. Austin P beat Stephenson in the ASUN quarterfinal tourney. And then you got Southern Miss in the Sun Belt Championship tourney. The fourth round, they beat Texas Southern. Okay, Merrimack beat Sacred Heart in the MAAC Championship quarterfinal, 70-48. That was a beatdown too. And UNC Asheville beat Longwood, Big South Championship quarterfinal. Okay, Akron got a big win, blowout win against Northern Illinois. Bowling Green beat Eastern Michigan. And then the Summit League Championship quarterfinal, Omaha beat South Dakota. Okay, beat South Dakota. Bradley in final OT ended up getting a big win against Valparaiso in the MVC tourney. VCU got a big win, a great win against Dayton. They have been great. They've been on the bubble in the game. It's been up and down, but they got a big win before heading to that tourney. I think they're in the second place. St. Louis is number one. So we're gonna see how that goes in that tourney, man. That tourney is a wild tournament. Dayton VCU is good. St. Louis is good, real good this year. Fantastic this year. So I'm pretty excited about it. Kent State got a big win against Western Michigan. Ball State got a big win against Central Michigan. Okay. And Toledo blew out Buffalo. And over beat Columbia. Okay, VMIU in the SoCon tourney, okay, first round, lost to UNC Greensboro. And then Queens ended up beating West Georgia in the ASUN conference tourney, okay. In the OVC conference tourney in semifinal, Tennessee State ended up beating UT Martin. And then West Virginia got a big win, blew out UCF. Now they're 20-10 UCF. Okay. St. Peter's lost to Fairfield 74-55 in the MACC championship quarterfinal. And then GA Southern beat South Alabama in the Sun Belt Championship fourth round. Okay, St. John's did a great job. St. Hall was giving them a lot of pressure, a lot of problems, but they ended up finding a way to win. St. John's did against St. Hall. They ended up finishing with a fantastic year. Shout out to Coach Virginia. He's been great, flat out legendary. He's doing it again with St. John's. The West Coast Conference tournament, Portland, ended up beating Washington State. And then Miami of Ohio did something really historic. They have confirmed that it's confirmed they're going to make the NCAA tournament, win, lose, or draw in the tournament of the MAC. They are 31-0. They are undefeated, and they are ranked number 19. They're going to be ranked higher. They are going to make the tournament. Some people are saying they won't if they don't win the tournament. That's cap. Guarantee it. It's going to happen whether people like it or not. They're going to be shocked. If they lose to Akron or Kent State in a championship game or even lose to a team before that, I'm telling you they're going to make it. It is what it is. People are going to be pissed at it, but they're gonna make it. Sorry, it is what it is. And they deserve it. They did a great job this year, put in a lot of great work, played the teams that was on their schedule, and it's really simple. They dominated. And they played in a lot of close competitive games. They did a great job playing in a lot of close competitive games and winning them out. I think they're a tournament team easily. Okay, the Summit League Championship quarterfinal, North Dakota beat Denver 83-67. Pepperdine beat Radford in final OT in the Big South Championship game, quarterfinal. Okay, big time win for them. And then Northern Iowa ended up beating Illinois State in the MVC tournament quarterfinal, 74-52. Okay, Morehead State beat SE Missouri in the OVC semifinal. OVC semifinal. Sorry about that. And that tourney, 66-61. And then San Diego lost to Seattle U in a real close game in that West Coast Conference tourney in the second round. Now, it was crazy those 2 days. Flat out amazing. Flat out remarkable stuff happened. Okay, Saturday and Sunday is only going to get better. And then going all the way up to Sunday, I believe on the 15th, okay? We are going to have some historical stuff happen up here. I'm just going to tell it like it is. Okay? I'm just going to be real with you, and I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be special. And it's going to be greatness. I am excited for this. Y'all don't understand how excited I am right now. Because let me tell you why. Because there's going to be some great games after great games. Houston versus Oklahoma State on Saturday is going to be fantastic at 12 p.m. on CBS. Then you have Battle of Virginia. Virginia Tech and Virginia play against each other. Okay, that's going to be a fun one, man. That's going to be a great one, too. Missouri is playing against Arkansas. Okay, that's going to be a heck of a game, too. And in the SAA Championship second round, Stony Brook is playing Campbell. Okay, that's going to be a heck of a one. And then you got the SoCon Championship tourney quarterfinal. ETSU, who's 21-10, is playing Citadel, who's 11-21. They're trying to be a bid stealer. Okay, North Conference tournament, Stony Hill and Mercyhurst, they play against each other. High Point, who's 28-4, Big South semifinal, plays against UNC Asheville. High Point is trying to get to 30 wins in the next few wins, try to get to 30 wins for the tourney. Pretty excited to see if they can do that. Davidson is playing St. Bonaventure. Davidson is 18-12. Butler plays DePaul. That could be a heck of a game. But Villanova's 23-7. They've been great all year. They play Xavier. Okay. That's going to be some games right there alone. UConn is ranked 4. They're trying to end the year beating down Marquette. That's what they're trying to do. In American East playoffs tourney quarterfinal, UAlbany versus UMass Loyal. I'm pretty excited for that one. St. Joseph's is 20-10. They're trying to get a win against LaSalle. They go 21-10. They're on the bubble too in the tourney, I believe. Iowa State has a chance to go 25-6. It beat Arizona State. Okay, Kansas plays Kansas State. Rivalry situation. Miami and Louisville are really great teams battling out as well. We got a top 25 matchup also on ESPN against Vanderbilt and Tennessee. Man, that will be legendary. Long Island is 22-10 cooking. They're playing against Wagner, who's 14-16 in the Northeast Conference tournament. And that's in the semifinal. Okay, American East playoffs quarterfinal, Vermont 2011 versus Bryant, who's 9-21. Bryant's trying to be a bid stealer as well. I mean, man, we got some wild stuff going down up in here. Okay, wild stuff going down up in here. Crazy stuff. Because we already got big losses that happened already in these tournaments. So you know what's going to happen more. Okay, Cincinnati, they play TCU. 17-3 Cincinnati plays 20-10 TCU. SMU, who's 19-11, plays Florida State 16 and 14. And then Yale is 22-5, having a historical year as well, playing against Princeton. And then you got Liberty, who's been great, and Sam Houston, who's been great. Liberty is 24-6. Sam Houston is 21-9. That's gonna be a heck of a one. Stanford and NC State are both dancing for and fighting for an NCAA tournament spot. They're going away real fast and real quick. And NC State is 19-11, while Stanford is also 19-11. The SAA championship second round, 16-15. They play against Northeastern. in that second round, who was 7-23. Okay, UNC Greensboro plays Wofford in the SoCon Championship quarterfinal tournament. Okay, Winthrop, who's 22-10, having a real good year playing against Pepperdine. Uh, uh, they play Big South the Big South semifinal championship tourney. They played them there. So that's gonna be another great one right there. In the MVC tournament, UIC, who's 18-14, is playing Drake. Drake, who upset it. Drake, who sat there and upset it and had a big upset win earlier in the tournament. Great win for them. So that was, fantastic, man. Great win for them, man. Great win for them. Um, Great win for them, man. That was some crazy stuff happening. Beating Belmont in that tournament is just some of the wildest stuff. Some of the wildest stuff that we've seen all year. So, and they knocked them out of the playoff too. They knocked them out of the tournament. So Drake, they have a chance to do that again. They have a chance to do that again to another team. And so, they gotta be careful. UIC, because Drake can beat them. So they gotta be careful. Georgia Georgia plays Mississippi State. Georgia is 21-9. They're playing against Mississippi State, who's 13-17. This is gonna be a big one too. Kentucky needs this win bad. Okay, this is another big win they need. They could go 20-11 and beat Florida, who's top 5 in the country, and they have a chance to make the playoff. But if they don't, they're gonna really be testing their luck and testing their fate. Wisconsin plays 21-9. They're 21-9. They played 23-7 Purdue. This could be a big win for them too. Ohio State might be in the tourney right now. If they beat Indiana, we're gonna see how it goes. Hey, I'm telling you right now, they have a chance, Wisconsin, to beat Purdue on the road. But you gotta also be careful of the bid Steelers as well. So you gotta be careful of that. St. Louis is 27-3, top 25 in the country. They play George Mason, who's 22-8. That could be a real fun one. America East playoffs in the quarterfinal. NGIT is playing Maine. Utah State plays New Mexico. Both those teams, Utah State and New Mexico, could probably be our tournament teams for sure. NCAA. Cannot wait to see how that goes. That game's gonna be fun. FAU plays Wichita State. Wichita State's 20-10. FAU is 17-13. Boise State and Colorado State are both dancing in that tournament. They have a chance to get in that tournament. Boise State is 19-11, could be 20-11, and Colorado State is 20-10. They could be 21-10 if they win. California, they also play Wake Forest. They're 21-9. They play Wake Forest, who's 15-15. Kennesaw State is 18-12. They play New Mexico State. Okay, another big one in this ASUN championship conference tournament is Central Arkansas play FGUC. That could be that's a big one. Real big one. Ohio State and Indiana, this is a big one for both teams right here. Indiana needs this win bad, and Ohio State can get 20 wins of the season and really put themselves in the driver's seat of making an NCAA tournament. So that's going to be a big game in Columbus, Ohio. If you got tickets for it, you better keep those tickets. That's going to be a fun game. Okay, real fun game. The SAA Championship second round, Towson versus Hampton. And then Furman is playing Samford, 19-12, versus Samford, who's in the SoCon quarterfinal. And then Northern Iowa and Bradley both play against each other, 21-12, 21-11 in the MVC tournament semifinal. Cannot wait for that one. MAAC quarterfinal. Quinnipiac and Merced both play against each other. Texas A&M and LSU play against each other. The big one of the day is going to be Duke and North Carolina, the rematch. That's going to be some magical, legendary stuff in this rematch. I cannot wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun today. It's going to be fun. North Carolina versus Duke. Oh, my goodness. Duke has been cooking, and North Carolina without Caleb Wilson Caleb Wilson is still been cooking even after him. So, this is going to be a good one. Good test. The Sun Belt quarterfinal championship. App State versus Southern Miss. Cannot wait for that. That's going to be a fun one right there. Man, that could be a good one. Big Sky first round tournament. North Arizona versus Iowa State. In the ASUN semifinal, Austin Pay is 22-8, and Queens is 19-13. Oh my goodness! And in the Sun Belt, in the Summit League semifinal, North Dakota State was 25-7, having a great year. Is playing Omaha. Oh my goodness, Omaha. That's gonna be a fun one too. I cannot wait for that. UC Irvine is playing UC Davis. That's gonna be a fun one. Alabama is playing in a rivalry they have legendary rivalries against Auburn. Okay, Auburn needs this win. They go 17-14. They are dancing on the bubble, real bad. Even though they have the number one strength of schedule, they are 16-14. That's gonna be hard. Going 16-15, 16-16 is most likely not getting you in this tournament. I'm just telling you, too many good teams in this tournament, too many great records in this tournament. There's for real, it's gonna be tough for you. They can't co-sign that. So you gotta get wins, and you gotta get multitude of wins, and it starts with Alabama. In the CAA championship second round, Elon versus William Mary, and then you got West Carolina versus Mercer in the SoCon championship quarterfinal, and you got Mount St. Mary's versus Siena in the MAAC quarterfinal, and then you got Texas versus Oklahoma. That rivalry is going to be special. You have CA Baptist, who's 22-8, having a great year, playing against Southern Utah. And you have San Francisco versus Portland in the West Coast Conference tournament, the WCC, and then you have the Georgia Southern playing against Coastal Carolina in the Sun Belt quarterfinal. Okay, and then you have Morehead State playing Tennessee State in that OVC championship final. Tennessee State's 22-9, Morehead State's 20-12. UCLA and USC play again against each other. They are again playing for a NCAA tournament spot. That's the goal for them both. Santa Barbara too is playing UC San Diego, and then you got Utah Valley, who's 23-7. They're having a fantastic year. 23-7 is great for them versus Utah Tech, 18-13. You got Big Sky, first round championship tourney, Idaho versus Sacramento State. Okay, and you got Texas Tech playing BYU. BYU needs this win. They have been going nosedive bad. Their freshman sensation's been great. Debatza, he's been fantastic, but BYU's been struggling, and they have a chance to beat Texas Tech to end the year and really help solidify their chance to make it a tournament. Summit League Championship semifinal, North Dakota is playing against St. Thomas, Minnesota. Man, I can't wait. That's gonna be fun. And in Arizona, they're on upset alert because they are playing Colorado in Colorado. Colorado needs that win, and hey, that could be a big one for them. Big one for them. Pacific versus Seattle U in the West Coast Conference tourney, the third round. And then the last game of the evening is Hawaii 22-7 versus Long Beach State. That's going to be fun. The next few weeks, man, from Sunday all the way down to next Sunday, it's going to be crazy. Going to be talking about a lot of things when it comes to college basketball. Talk about the tournament. Talk about who's in right now, according to Joe Lombardi and other different places like CBS and all that other stuff. So cannot wait. We will see how this goes. Pretty excited. Okay. And I hope y'all enjoy the video. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, hit the bell notification if you rock with me and you like the channel. I appreciate y'all, man. Have a good one. Peace.